my gosh, that Jewel, my heart is so full. I don't know about yours.
It has been an amazing day. And I know it was just a lot of heavy, right? Because it is sharing, right? And that's the part that can be a little hard, but just thinking about the recovery and the healing and the stories that we heard
Mhm.
throughout the day, the tips that we really heard from our experts. Thank you to Dr. Spirit, to Dr. Reese, Dr. Izzard, just wonderful, just wealth of information that we were really able to take in. And I am just super excited about how this has really kind of come together and really having authentic conversations about suicide. And as heavy and difficult as it is, even for us to hear, and this is our work, we want to make sure we continue this conversation outside of Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, right? This is something that we need to talk about day in, day out. Not to the point where it's like, oh my God, we're talking about our feelings so much, but it's really when there are things going on. And, we talk to our friends all the time about how we're feeling. It's time to get a paid friend, right? Let's get ourselves a therapist, really embrace in some of the challenges that we've experienced. Unfortunately, when we turn 18, we don't get to take off our childhood, right? That follows us into adulthood, and all of the challenges that we've experienced. If you have not heard this theme for today, right? A lot of childhood trauma can honestly lead to some of the adult challenges we experience and how we process our emotions. Everything that happened to us, it does entail can create who we are and what we do. But the good news is we get to change those narratives, right? We get to change the way we think about ourselves, the things that we do, and how we interact with people. A lot of times we beat ourselves up so much, and it's really time to really think about, would I talk this way to my friend, to my child, to my loved one? Absolutely not. So we just have to change the way we're talking to ourselves and how we're taking care of ourselves, and really pouring into that wellness. This is a journey, guys. That's what's so important about this. There is no finish line and all of a sudden everything's great. Grief is a process. Trauma is a process. Therapy is a process. And that is the importance of life. It's our experiences and finding those solutions. So it has just been an amazing day to really connect with real people, to see it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, and what you have. We all experience the same thoughts, right? Some of the same emotions and feelings. And I want you all to take care of yourselves through this as well, too. And this has been a heavy day. So do something light. If you're in an area like we are in Georgia, it's a little gloomy out. So go find some sunshine and find things to make you feel good and pour into yourself. So I'll step off my clinical box right now, and then I'm going to toss it over to Shanti to just really end us out here.
Well, I do. I'm going to toss it back to you in a second because I want to make sure that we also tell everyone about our wonderful resources that we have available. I'll start with silencetheshame.com. Please make sure you go to our website, silencetheshame.com, click under the resource button. There are some amazing organizations, but we want to remind you of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is 1-800-273-TALK. It is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I used it myself, proud of the fact that I used it. And then I'm here today, September 22nd, 2021, to tell the story that I survived contemplating suicide. That is so important that you all know that help is available and out there. You can also text the word silence to 741-741, which is through the Crisis Text Line organization. It's a wonderful organization also that is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is confidential. So if you don't have, you feel like you're in crisis, it's 3 a.m, pull out this little smartphone and text that word silence, like I said, to 741-741. And Jewell, we are going to be sending our viewers some resources as well, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. If you have registered for this event, you would have access to our suicide and suicide attempt guide, just to give you some information and some of the things we've talked about, some tips on talking with someone who may be having some thoughts about suicide, and even how to support yourself after an attempt. Please feel free to email us and let us know if you did not get that resource. But also just listening throughout the day, we heard some really great resources out there. We have the National Alliance of Mental Illness, NAMI. They have a national chapter, and they also have local chapters. So in every state there, you can find a NAMI affiliate there who offers support groups and offer different resources to help you through these challenges that you may be experiencing. And just mental health education as well. You have Mental Health America. They are also a national advocacy organization that has just different screening tools. If you're just wondering how you're feeling and, is this how you should be feeling, right? So you definitely taking a screening tool is one step to prevention, right? Understanding more about your behaviors and your feelings so that you can have a conversation with your therapist. Other things that you're looking for locally, if you have crisis lines that you can access to, you also have the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration. That is SAMHSA. They are the federal arm for behavioral health. So that includes mental health. It also includes substance use, where you can get recovery resources and prevention resources, as well as to find a local resource in your community. So I encourage you to reach out to all of those different things when you're just looking. I know sometimes Google can give you everything. So taking time to really figure out, where can I start? If I don't feel comfortable with talking with someone around me, maybe I can feel comfortable with someone who is trained to understand and to hear in a non-judgmental way. But other than that, I encourage you all to definitely just reach out. And if it seems like, reaching out can be hard, those around you, hey guys, reach out to others to just make sure, check in on us. It's been a difficult time in the last 2 years, right? And it is natural to feel like this is a lot. We are experiencing collective trauma. And I want you to be mindful of that as you're entering back into the workplace, as we're going back into schools, as we're just engaging in our daily day, right? Being kind to ourselves and being kind to others, being more grateful in the moment, right? A lot of things may seem like it's not good, but you'd be surprised on how many grateful moments you can find through the day. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Jewell. And so I want to make sure that I thank all of these amazing panelists. I'm just going to read through the names: Judge Morris, Dr. Spirit, Tanya Walden, Rhonda Morgan, Paige Gaines, of course, Jewell Gooding, Dr. Lizard, Glenda Garcia, Willie Moe Jr., Tony Cornelius, and Dr. Leroy Reese. And of course, we want to thank our sponsors, Lundbeck. Thank you so much for sponsoring the inaugural summit. And of course, the gathering spot, Ryan Wilson, TK, Brianna, Queen Brianna. We could not have done this without you. And we just thank you all and honor you again today. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Make sure that you are listening to those unfamiliar feelings, right? Recognizing, acknowledging, accepting, processing. I say wrapping through those feelings, right? Recognize, acknowledge, accept, process through them with a professional. Get the help that you need. Do not be embarrassed about yourself if you've ever had suicidal ideation or if a loved one has died by suicide. I challenge you to honor them, to still celebrate them, and really cherish a life well lived for that loved one. And so again, thank you again for tuning in to My Life is a Gift Suicide Prevention Summit.
A special thank you to our creative pauses. We want to give a thanks to Drika Rice for her creative pause and empowerment, and Tia Robinson at the Pause Practice to learn more about meditating and really connecting with others. I encourage you to check both of those two ladies out as well too.
Yeah, sorry that I missed them. We love you ladies and we honor you. So again, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the first day of fall, Wednesday, hump day. And again, remember, take time, save a life, and silence the shame.